The GameStop saga continues. Roaring Kitty sued for securities fraud over GameStop rise. Let's see what this is about. Keith Gill, one of the most influential voices that pushed GameStop on the Wall Street Bets Reddit forum, was hit with a lawsuit that accused him of misrepresenting himself as an amateur investor and profiting by artificially inflating the price of the stock. The proposed class action against Gill, who adopted the YouTube nickname Roaring Kitty, was filed Tuesday in federal court in Massachusetts. The suit said Gill was actually a licensed securities professional who manipulated the market to profit himself. That's literally what everyone does by the virtue of being in the market. But nevertheless, Gill touted GameStop shares through an extensive social media presence on YouTube, Twitter, and Reddit, where he used a more profane alias. Deep fucking value, I believe. Gill's deceitful and manipulative conduct not only violated numerous industry regulations and rules, but also various security laws by undermining the integrity of the market for GameStop shares. The suit said he caused enormous losses not only to those who bought option contracts, but also to those who fell for Gill's act and bought GameStop stock during the market frenzy at greatly inflated prices. Well, that's clearly one side of the story. When Robinhood did the unprecedented and the unethical and the unlawful and unjust, along with other ones, Yahoo Finance didn't cry foul. Industry regulations and rules didn't matter that time. So it's not about the rules being broken. It's about who's breaking the rules and who's benefiting from these rules. And Yahoo Finance is pretending that that's not the case. I see your game, Yahoo Finance. This suit was filled by the securities class action firm Hagens, Berman, Sobol, Shapiro. Okay. On behalf of Christian Iovine of Washington State. Christian Lovin of Washington State and similarly situated individuals. Lovin sold $200,000 worth of call options on GameStop shares when the stock was below 100. The stock quickly eclipsed 400 a share, forcing him to buy the calls back at elevated prices. You mean the thing that he signed up for? You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Gill became one of the public faces of the GameStop rally. That has been a Wall Street obsession this year. The stock's stratospheric rise appeared to pit scrappy individual investors against sophisticated hedge funds who were heavily shorting the troubled mall retailer. Some funds lost billions of dollars covering their positions as GameStop shares surged more than 1,700% during one stretch in January. Congressional testimony. The GameStop rally has also attracted the attention of politicians. Really? Because politicians' attentions are directed by rallies. Right. And Gill is scheduled to testify Thursday before the House Financial Service Committee, along with executives from Robinhood Markets. Citadel is the investor in Melvin, investor in Robinhood, and Reddit. In prepared testimony for his congressional appearance provided in advance by his lawyer in response to questions about the lawsuit, Gill said his previous work in the financial industry never included trading securities or advising clients. He also denied trying to artificially pump up GameStop shares and said he truly believed in the company's future potential. That appears to be the case. He was early in on it. None of this is saying that he was slugging it out for almost a year before this took off. And listen, man, everybody wants to be the Bogdanov brothers. Dump it. But to manage and pull it off, I mean, it's something. But it's not easy. It's like you can't set out to do that and hope to be successful. So, this is hindsight. Punishing people for luck. Punishing people for good luck. That's what this is about. There we go. I did not solicit anyone to buy or sell the stock for my own profit. Gill plans to testify. I did not belong to any groups trying to create movements in the stock price. I never had a financial relationship with any hedge fund. I had no information about GameStop except what was public. I did not know any people inside the company, and I never spoke to any insider. Yeah, all of this checks out. Millionaires in December. It's unclear how much money Gill made from his GameStop shares, though he said in his testimony that he and his family were millionaires when the stock reached 20 in December, far below the heights it would reach a month later. Those gains have largely evaporated in recent weeks, with the stock trading around $47 on Wednesday afternoon. Well, let's translate this. So, he got his money's worth when the stock was 20. The stock is now trading at 47, which when he started all of this, he was saying it should be around 60. May have said 40 to 60 too. And these gains evaporating, it's an interesting way to say that. This writer has no idea what deep fucking value did with his gains. If he pulled out a fraction, small percentage, when pulling out was good, the gains have not evaporated. The gains have multiplied and are sitting in the bank, waiting to be used for real estate, etc. I hope that's what Roaring Kitty did. That's what I would do. The lawsuit claims Gill who's been written about extensively by Bloomberg, the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, and others. What are these? What's a Wall Street Journal? New York Times? Bloomberg? I don't. Is that supposed to mean something to me? Was far from being an amateur stock picker. Rather, he's a chartered financial analyst who holds multiple broker licenses and was previously employed by Massachusetts Mutual Life Insurance Company. The lawsuit also named MassMutual and a brokerage subsidiary of the company as defendants, saying they had no obligation to supervise Gill's activities in the market. Oh, they had an obligation to supervise Gill's activities in the market. Wow. Wow. This is how the conversation moves from whether or not it's okay for corporations to track their employees' activities at all to that conclusion being foregone entirely. And instead, the conversation that is being implied here is that a corporation, in fact, has an obligation to supervise its employees' activities. Of course, corporations have helped themselves with this by the spoonful. But this is how we lose. This is how the war is lost. A spokeswoman, why can't it be a spokesman? Men can do everything women do. For MassMutual, said the company was reviewing the matter and had no comment. In order to motivate amateur traders, Gill fashioned himself as a kind of Robin Hood and characterized securities professionals as villains, the lawsuit said. Wow. They think that we are children. Gill, however, is no amateur. For many years, he actively worked as a professional in the investment and financial industries. Okay. Wow, Yahoo, you are not interesting at all. What? Why is Robin Hood still in business? Uh, Crypto. Bitcoin. Buy Bitcoin. Well, all right. This is this. All of this is about wasting people's time. My time, your time, their time, everybody's time.